Artificial intelligence is changing the world faster than any technology in history. Everywhere you turn, people are talking about the AI apocalypse, a future where millions of jobs simply vanish. The headlines sound the same: mass layoffs, companies downsizing, and younger generations struggling just to land their first job. In the background, tech evangelists are making bold predictions. By 2027, automation and artificial intelligence could spark waves of mass unemployment. We're not just talking about abstract numbers, we're talking about real lives, careers, and entire communities that could be reshaped by decisions made in boardrooms and by algorithms. Across industries, AI isn't just a buzzword anymore, it's quietly taking over tasks that once belonged to us. Lawyers rely on it to draft contracts in minutes. Accountants use it to comb through endless spreadsheets. Self-driving trucks are beginning to edge onto highways. Even teachers and artists are feeling the ground shift beneath them. On one hand, it's about efficiency, cutting costs, moving faster, and doing more with less. But there's another side. Every task an algorithm picks up is one fewer reason for a company to keep a human around. And that raises the question so many people are starting to whisper: what happens when there's no work left for us? In 2025, the headlines keep coming, and they all sound eerily familiar. Intel has announced it will slash around 25,000 jobs, one of the largest cuts in its history. Microsoft is laying off more than 9,000 employees as it pours billions into artificial intelligence. IBM has already shown 8,000 employees the door, citing AI automation. These aren't small-scale shakeups. They're signals of a much bigger trend. Across industries, companies are betting that artificial intelligence is the future, and they're restructuring their human workforce to make room for it. But there's one group in America that seems almost immune to the panic: the Amish. Artificial intelligence is the buzzword of our time, but most Amish have never even heard of it. While the rest of the world braces for layoffs, automation, and AI-driven restructuring, Amish communities carry on largely unchanged. They don't rely on corporate jobs, and they don't build their lives around the latest technology. The Amish live the same as they have for centuries, and that might just be their greatest strength in today's AI-obsessed world. Farming, craftsmanship, woodworking, construction, blacksmithing, quilting, and small-scale businesses provide the backbone of their livelihood. They serve local and regional markets. These jobs depend on human labor, physical skill, and deep community ties rather than advanced technology. Their traditions intentionally limit dependence on machines, which means AI can't easily step in. You can't replace barn raising with a robot, or replicate the value of handmade Amish furniture with an algorithm. So what can we learn from the Amish about surviving the AI age? Land and home ownership. One of the reasons the Amish are safe from the AI-triggered job and economic crises so many experts predict is land and home ownership. For the rest of us, housing is often an ongoing expense that ties us to jobs and wages. For most Americans, paying rent or a mortgage is a fixed expense that hangs over every month. It's one more thing to worry about on top of bills, groceries, and the uncertainty of the job market. Most Amish families own their homes, their land, and their tools. They're not paying rent to landlords or mortgages to banks in the same way most Americans are. Their wealth is tied to real, tangible assets: farms, workshops, and land that provide both food and income. The Amish often own the small businesses they work in. That means they control how work gets done, how profits are distributed, and how much technology or automation is brought in. The Amish model of ownership means their livelihoods aren't as vulnerable to market disruptions or job loss. When you own what you do, you're not at the mercy of quarterly reports, shareholder pressures, or algorithms that decide who stays and who goes. You get to shape your work around your values, not the other way around. Land and house ownership anchor the Amish in ways that AI simply can't touch. That kind of stability keeps them safe from the kinds of economic shocks that AI and automation are bringing to the rest of the world. Where much of the world's workforce is at the mercy of algorithms, layoffs, and corporate restructuring, the Amish have a stability built on tangible assets: Farms passed down through generations and homes they own outright aren't just property. They're a foundation for work, community, and family life that no automation can replace. In a time when jobs can vanish with a line of code, this kind of ownership is a quiet form of security the modern world often overlooks. The Amish are self-sufficient. This has been one of their core values for centuries. From the ground up, their communities are designed to meet their own needs. They grow their own food, build their own homes, and craft furniture and goods with their own hands. Because they rely on what they produce themselves, they aren't dependent on corporate jobs or volatile markets. AI can automate tasks, replace workers, and restructure entire industries. But it can't touch a field of corn tended by hand, a barn raised by neighbors, or a loaf of bread baked in a wood-fired oven. This self-reliance is more than survival. It's resilience. In a world anxious about the future of work, the Amish have built a life where the next AI disruption simply doesn't reach. The Amish prioritize community. In today's world, when jobs disappear to automation or algorithms decide who gets laid off, there's often no one to step in. People face layoffs, income instability, and economic uncertainty alone. On the other hand, the Amish prioritize community. They look out for each other, support each other, and build their lives around strong family and community relationships. That's another reason they're likely to be among the least affected by the economic and societal disruptions AI is creating. Their work isn't just about transactions or efficiency. Sure, AI can skyrocket efficiency, but it can't bake a pie for a neighbor, help raise a barn, or maintain a lifelong bond between families. For the Amish, success is measured by how strong the community is and how well people take care of each other. And in a world increasingly run by machines, that kind of human connection is something I will never be able to replace. When a member of the Amish community runs into trouble, say the family faces financial difficulties, the whole community steps in. This kind of support acts like a safety net. Everyone knows that if trouble hits, the whole community will step in. Work, help, and care are woven together, creating a network that AI can't replicate. AI will never be on par with Amish craftsmanship. The Amish value craftsmanship. They don't do their work because they have to. They do it as part of their culture and tradition. While AI can generate stunning furniture designs, it will never be on par with Amish craftsmanship. There's a human touch in every cut, every joint, every piece of furniture that no algorithm can replicate. The patience, skill, and pride poured into their work can't be measured in efficiency metrics. Amish furniture isn't just furniture, it's family heirloom. Built to last, each piece can pass through generations, carrying stories, memories, and the touch of countless hands. Unlike mass-produced furniture, which is often disposable and forgettable as trends come and go, Amish craftsmanship is designed for longevity. A dining table, a rocking chair, or a hand-carved cabinet becomes more than an object. They become vessels of family history. Imagine a chair built by a grandfather, used by his children, and eventually passed down to grandchildren. Every scratch, every polish, every mark tells a story machines or 3D printers can never create. The Amish are very intentional with technology. The Amish remind us that we don't have to adopt every new tool just because it exists. Choosing technology that serves human needs, not the other way around, may be key to resilience in an AI-dominated world. The Amish don't reject technology because they're stuck in the past or they're against modern-day progress. They carefully evaluate every new invention with one guiding principle: will this strengthen or weaken our community? Will this tool strengthen family life or weaken it? Will it bring the community closer or create more distance? If a new technology passes that test, it's introduced slowly and usually with limits. A phone might be allowed but kept outside the home. Now think about AI in that context. In much of the modern world, AI is being adopted at breakneck speed, often with little thought about the long-term consequences. The Amish, by contrast, would take a step back. They'd weigh the benefits and risks carefully, experimenting only when it aligns with their values. This intentional approach isn't about rejecting progress. It's about protecting what really matters. While AI may promise efficiency and profit, the Amish remind us that technology should serve people, not replace them. Simply put, there is no room for AI in Amish communities. The AI revolution is rewriting the future of work. There's no doubt about that. For millions, it's a source of excitement and fear, curiosity and panic, all wrapped into one. People wonder what jobs will survive, what skills will still matter, and whether humans themselves will be left behind. But for the Amish, the future looks remarkably like the past. Their lives don't rise and fall with the next wave of automation. Their work remains rooted in land, in craft, in family, in community. And maybe that's their hidden advantage in today's world. While the world races to keep up with machines, the Amish quietly stand apart. They're living a life built on human connection. No algorithm, no AI, no machine can ever replace that.